I am here at the Bulldozer. I have not started this thing in a year, and it looks it. I noticed it's pretty low on fluid, and it's leaking out pretty bad. It's actually leaking right out of here. So I need to check these fittings and seals and see what's going on right here. So it's got a leak. Yeah, it's got stuff growing on it. It's got a leak up front. These cylinders are leaking. Got trees growing up through it. So anyway, I'm gonna give it a shot. I don't have any idea if it'll even. Here's the frogs. It's 77 degrees on February, I believe it's February 3rd. Wow, the frogs are just going crazy. Birds are singing. Anyway, yeah. Where if it'll start? Man, it's got mold growing in there. All right, let's try it out. I don't think it will, because the battery is, it's been sitting there for a year. So, see if we get any lights on the dash at all. That should be the right key. Yep. Hey, we got a light on the dash. That is amazing. See what happens here. Are you kidding me? Man, I brought jumper cables and all kinds of stuff because I just knew this thing wasn't going to start. It didn't even try. It just started. That is amazing. Went straight to idling. Cummins 4BT, baby. Good engine. All right, let's see if the blade works. Oh yeah, look at that. See if we can move. Let's go backwards. Moving, baby. Look at that rust on those tracks. And you can tell how long it's been sitting here. Man, that is awesome. I am just floored at this machine. I am floored. That is awesome. Wow. Well, gonna be working it real soon. So anyway, that's what I came over here for. I figured I'd spend about an hour getting this thing started. I thought I'd do a good startup video on the Dozer, but all right, let's go do something else right now because I've got to bring diesel, which our diesel is, let's see here, we got 3/4 of a tank, but we don't have enough hydraulic fluid to run it today. So I got to bring hydraulic fluid and everything, and then we're going to get this started. We got a lot of clearing to do back around these hay fields and stuff right here. So yeah, coming right up. some more. Oh, now there we are. We're in the lines now. We're good. All right. Contact. Guys, this is not good at all. So all the hydraulic fluid has blown out here and out the front under the radiator, and I know it's covering that engine. So let me break into this and see what's broke. What I've determined is I've blown a seal in the front pump up there, which is in front of the, you know, it mounts to the crank on the bottom of this case engine. Oh, that's not good. So that involves the Dozer going to the shop. I mean, that's all there is to it. So, yeah, just got it going too again. Well, I guess I'll go get a trailer, come back, load it up, and take it to a shop. It started up just fine. See if the blade will lift. The blade lifts. Alright. Let's track it out of here. Tied down and ready to go. All right, my get it over here. This 3/4 ton is the bomb for towing trailers or towing dozers. So here's the shop. Let me get it unloaded. All right, I just got it unloaded and I got it backed right in there. You can see it between the backhoe and the little track hoe. So yep, they'll give me a call whenever it's ready. It's gonna be hefty. All right, I hope I'm not ready to film my own electrocution or anything like that, but needle nose pliers and black tape, electrical tape, because I've got a problem here in this electrical box. And what I've got to do is, since you don't want to touch anything, you know, metal when you're working on electrical, so what I'm doing is I'm actually pretty much going to cover these pliers with electrical tape so that I don't accidentally touch something I'm not supposed to. I'm actually going to put it all the way to the end, all the way to the jaw end on that. Those still work. Okay. All right, here we go. We've got a right here. Now this is hot. What I'm doing right now, that is hot. So I got that one out. This is hot, hot. Got that one out. All right, those two legs right there are hot. Okay, now we can move on to putting in our new breaker. See that breaker, how it's all completely burnt out and everything like that? That's one of them. I've already taken the other one out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a new one on here. So what I do is, this is going to go in like that. So I'm going to come around from this side and I'm going to crank this down right here. Got that one cranked down. Make sure this is off. Right, that breaker is off. Now I'm going to take this one loose right here. Take it out. Come on. All right, got that one out. Just put that in there. Crank this down. All right, I got two new breakers here. Make sure they're off. That one's off. Now what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to plug those in. All right, that's the top breaker. Now you just kind of plug that on there. All right. That one's on. All right, we got one breaker right there. Now let's put the other breaker on. Now remember, this is hot while I'm working on it here. If I touch any of that internal stuff, I will be fried. Oh, right, that one's on. All right, those two are on. See what happens when I plug it in now. Just plug something into it, turn it on, and we have power right there. See that light that just came on? We had no power until I did that. So now we got power to the camper again. Okay, now that I've gotten that part taken care of, I want to put basically a weatherproof door on this right here. And I had to come up with my own screws. And that screw right there, I had to modify to fit inside that hole between that gap right there. All right, so I'm screwing it straight in now. And you can see that I had to grind that to fit it between there. All right. All right, here she is. Got all new seals in the front. All those cylinders are all rebuilt, every one of them. There's 5 cylinders there rebuilt. You don't see oil all over everything. They have completely rebuilt this right here, so it's not leaking anymore. So now let's see if it runs. Ready to rock. This will be the first start since well, since I brought it over here, and it's been like 0 a few nights. So let's see here, see if it'll start. Well, that light lit up. That's a very good sign. Coming, baby. few trees today. What I'm doing is I'm testing that dozer to see if those leaks are really fixed. But anyway, I got this burning. I'm gonna head out. I'm gonna come back over here and finish burning this tomorrow, or pushing this up tomorrow, get it all burned up. May do a little bit more tree work. But yeah. So anyway, I'll be back tomorrow. All right, I'm back here at the farm, out here with cattle, and what I'm doing is I'm gonna try to push this up. I started this fire yesterday, so I'm gonna try to push it up and get it going again. And I may even do a little bit more tree work while I'm out here today. So anyway, let me get this going. Alright, because this ground is so rocky right here, what I do is I actually put a bale of hay down right here and I feed it. Now this hay is full of seeds. There's a lot of there's all kinds of seeds in this, and what it does is it reseeds the ground and it puts in OM into the soil, organic matter. So that's how I'm making this hillside to where the cattle can actually utilize it, because this was all woods right here. I mean, if you guys go back and look at some of my earlier videos, you can see where this was all woods, and I cleared every bit of it. I'm not talking about just a few trees I'd taken down in this video. I'm talking about this was all woods through here, and I cleared it out with this little dozer right here. See, this little bit of hay that's fell off here shows you all the seeds that's in it. So there's all kind of seed in this. You can see the grass seed all throughout this. So what this is doing is it's actually just reseeding this whole spot right here. So, and that's what I'm going to do. Everywhere I take down a tree, I'm going to feed some hay on top of it. So yeah, that's how I create pasture here on Gillum Farms. All right, I've got a pretty sketchy thing to do right here. I've got a tree, it's long dead, standing, leaning right toward our pond here. And I really don't want it falling in the pond. So what I'm going to try to do is get on this side of it and try to give it a little nudge that direction. But it's really dangerous because there's a big limb up there that actually the whole top of this thing could break out and fall on me. I don't know that I can even move this. So probably what I'm going to do is push some of this stuff around the bottom out of the way first, and then I'm going to get up there and try to nudge it a little bit and see what happens. So what a day it has been. As you saw me trying to take down that big dead tree, well, there's more than one way to skin a cat. So what I'm doing is I'm burning that dude down. I got most of the tree down with the dozer, but now I'm burning the rest of it. So yeah, it'll burn that stump down to nothing, and then I'll be able to come in here and smooth this all out and be good. All right, this tree right here that is right in the fence is dead. So I need to take it down before it takes the fence down. So I'm hoping I can cut this and it will fall that direction. So let's see what I can do. I was concerned about that. I knew that was going to take the fence if it just kept on dying. So anyway, let me clear it up with the dozer. Alright, I got that tree down. This tree was dead and the fence is actually goes around it, and I just didn't want this tree to take out this fence right here. So I left the stump. It still gives us something to go around until I put in a post right here later whenever that starts rotting off. But I did a wedge cut on it, so I wedge cut it and then cut it straight off. Pile it right there. Windy. Let me light it on fire. All right, the next thing I need to do, now that I've got this tree out of the way and it's actually on fire now, so we're all good on that, is, I hope you can see this, but all right, right there, that tree is dead. It's an old blackjack tree and it's dead, and it's got to come down because I'm afraid it can reach this fence if it falls this way. So I'm going to go over there and take that down with the dozer. Work of that one. If you don't carry a pocket knife, get a pocket knife. A little pocket knife like that. Just a little bitty old timer. Everybody needs one of these. All right. That's 200 pounds of fescue and ryegrass. And it almost fills up this 500-pound hopper. So, yeah, this is a Yurok, and normally this thing will hold like 500 pounds of seed, but yeah, it's pretty good. All right, let's go make things green. All right, I just fed the cattle, so they'll kind of stay out of my way. Now let's start spreading this seed. And the way I do that is by opening this partially. You can see seed coming out down there on that plate. And then I turn on the PTO, which here's the PTO right here. Turn the PTO on. And get that stick out of there. And it starts slinging the seed. All right, let's get going. Right now I'm slinging seed. It's very light seed. It's not the best day. It's really windy. But you know, it's the day I can do it, so I'm doing it. Trying to get all this to, we've got a big rain coming in tonight. We're trying to get this seed on the ground so the rain can pound it into the ground. We're putting it all over all this rocky area up here and all this area where I use the dozer and where I've been feeding the cattle. So anyway, greening it up, creating pasture. And then you feed hay on it. Once you get it all flattened out, feed your hay, and that will take care of seed in the ground for you. This dozer has been back on the property for, probably over a month now, and you know, I'm just now getting around to finishing up this video. So what I wanted to show you is I had all these cylinders repacked, and they're doing really good. They're not leaking. These aren't leaking down here. They're not leaking all over the front like they used to. It's all really good. Yeah, I mean, all really good. There's no weeping or leaking or any of that stuff, including on this one down here. All the fluid came out of here because there were 4 hard lines up there that had to be replaced. And back here, let's see here, inside this. Okay, yeah, there's no sign of this actually leaking. I think there's some residual running down through there because I can see it on the side of the dozer right there, but I don't think that's active leak. I think that's what's left over from the last when it was really leaking. So they got these all fixed up, so we're all good there. They had this all apart and took care of it. But anyway, okay, I want to tell you, I did some videos where I did 2 auction videos that completely didn't come out, and all that video of me dozing, smoothing didn't come out. I didn't get any sound. There was no sound whatsoever, so yeah, I had to throw 2 auction videos and a lot of this dozing video away. So, but anyway, I hope I've got it working right now. So anyway, if you like this type of video of me working over the pasture and getting the dozer fixed, it hadn't been running in a year and all that stuff, then like, comment, subscribe, and we'll continue to bring more content in the future as available. And as always, everybody, God bless. Both of them running at the same time. That's amazing.